What is something you do that you know is morally wrong that you do anyway? I lie a lot. Nothing important though. I hate quoting Holden Caulfield, but the line "I'm the most terrific lie you ever saw in your life." It's awful. If I'm on my way to the store to buy a magazine, and somebody asks me where I'm going, I'm liable to say I'm going to the opera. It's terrible. It's something I identify with. Little lies to make life more exciting or funny or whatever. Or if I'm just bored. I have a lot of embarrassment towards eating, no eating disorder. Just weird about self-worth, so it'll come up with a random story if I want to hide something I ate. Just little things. Clocking out early. My work's clock rounds up to the nearest quarter hour, so if I clock out at 4:53, it counts as 50. But that also means I stop getting paid at 4:53. So in my mind that means I'm wasting time staying an extra 7 minutes. Maybe you could call that taking 7 minutes of pay without working. But the day is basically over and everyone is mentally checked out anyway. I usually don't have any work coming in the last half hour either. I mean, most of my life is enabled by slavery and imperialism. Our companies destabilize other regions to get cheap labor and child slaves to sell knickknacks and trinkets in the US and Europe. Through my only other option being futile self-deprivation or poverty, I am forced or coerced into using these unethical products. Right now, multiple products at your average grocery store are directly tied to more than one ongoing genocide. My boss has diagnosed the unmedicated ADHD. I get how wound up so I can leave meetings without being noticed. Sometimes I'll put the catnip silver one on the dog's bed. Don't worry, they love each other. The dog is just sick of the crackhead cat. I'll get a refund from Instacart whenever my order is delivered to the wrong house. Even if I've already gotten my order from said wrong house, I do still tip the driver. Now I don't do that anymore, because I found a great job. But before, if I didn't like the employer, the working conditions, realized that it wasn't my thing, I didn't speak up. I just blocked the employer everywhere or pretended that I was having health problems and would not be able to go to work anymore, or to avoid telling the truth. I own a franchise and I want to expand to another unit. The other owner is new at this, and she didn't realize how crazy it was gonna be. I actively poach her employees without her knowing. I give her wrong advice, and I'm trying to get her to fail so she sells me her place for cheap. These responses are pretty varied. JK off to women I know, have seen, or creep on Instagram. I even fantasize about them farting, nailing them on my couch. My mind goes to dark places and I give my bunnies too many treats. One of these is not like the other. Lol. Shop at Walmart. They sometimes have good clearance deals on Lego and also sell white American cheese, but they are a terrible company that underpays workers to the point they can work full-time and still need to rely on food stamps to get by. I lie about stupid shit. Hey, do you know where X is? No, I haven't seen it. Meanwhile, I'm the one that moved it. I know where it is, but I don't want that person to be mad at me for moving it, so I pretend like I don't know. As a smoker, I never flick my butts on the street. I always find a garbage can when I'm driving, however. Right out the window. I don't want my car to smell. It's weird, I know, and I feel bad about it. But it is what it is. I borrow pens from the office and then act just as surprised as everyone else when they go missing. I like to think of it as a pen adoption program, giving them a better life and more diverse experiences outside the office. And a rabbit hole of self-hatred and feeling bad about myself, eventually becoming very mentally ill because I've been finding comfort in unhappy places without actually believing any of my own thoughts. I fill a balloon with champagne and throw it at a bum. Not enough for them to get much in their mouth, just a little on their lips. And I yell, "How's a taste of the high life, you sack of shit?" And then I drive away. I lead people to apostasy and help them cope with trauma suffered. It's morally wrong to all believers, but a public service in my opinion. Nobody should have the right to abuse you. Vote against the Christian lobby. Eating animal products. The arguments against it are extremely clear-cut to the point that the only counter-argument are just straight up as ad hominems, but god damn it, I like meat and cheese. There was one time that I accidentally washed a pair of my nice Bluetooth earbuds. I called the company and told them they stopped working for no apparent reason, and they sent me a new pair. Catch myself being quick to anger in traffic. Really wish I was more mindful that everyone else on the road is doing their best to get to their destination on time and safely. Sometimes I lie about having bad blood sugars to get out of functions I don't want to attend. If I've got to have diabetes, I'ma use it to my advantage. JK off to women I know, have seen, or creep on Instagram. I even fantasize about them farting, nailing them on my couch. My mind goes to dark places. When entering a grocery store, I like to stop in the doorway and check my phone. I also leave my shopping cart in the middle of the parking lot. I take people's lost things and hold on to it because I like the praise I get for giving it back, finding it when they come looking for it. I bypass paywalls on news sites while lamenting the quality of investigative reporting these days. And I hate myself for it. I like to pit people against each other sometimes, just to see the chaos that ensues. I don't know why I do it, but it's fun. Sometimes I make up little lies or embellish details about my day, so I have something to contribute to conversations. I refuse to put my shopping cart back, and I park my van in the EV spot because they're right in front of the store. Stretch the warranty period of expensive music gear, so I don't have to keep buying replacements when they fail. I buy the Chick-fil-A sauce from the grocery store. I feel really bad about it, but holy shit, it's good. Sometimes I lie. I never lie about huge stuff, but I know white lies are not necessarily morally sound. I eat my children's Halloween and Valentine's Day's candy. Let's say it ran out from them eating it all. I steal a lot from big business. Honestly, I don't even think that's morally bad. They are scammers. I eat meat because I enjoy the taste, even though it isn't strictly necessary to sustain my life. I rarely think about it. Ask the same question about ethically wrong, and I might have some ideas. I befriend wild animals, lizards, mammals, marsupials. I don't care. They're all my friends. I order cappuccinos from the self-serve machines and tell the cashier they're Americanos. They're a high and lazy piece of garbage, while the rest of the world suffers real problems. I use self-checkout at WM and subsidize my free unpaid labor in various other ways. Gossiping. I want to stop. I didn't realize how much I do it until I tried to stop. Stalk random beautiful ladies' social media accounts without interacting with them. Today I saw a woman stumble, and I yelled at her penalty, as she hasn't laughed. Me. Oh, I kill people, but don't worry. I'll get therapy and all that stuff. I put the heads of garlic in the bag, and at the self-checkout ring then out as two. I eat meat. It's cruel, bad for the environment, expensive and delicious. I get angry at bad players when I game. I'm usually included. I throw any garbage into the green bean because it is closer to me. Get joy out of seeing bad things happen to people who wronged me. Smoke a joint and watch some porn upon occasion when I'm alone. I sometimes lie about my age to get discounts at the movies. Piracy. But to be fair, I don't really have a lot of money.